Okay, I'm here uh, with a rock star student with Omatola, and it's so good to finally talk to you. I know we've been trying to get this pulled together for a while. Introduce yourself and tell us your title and your company, if you would, please.
Sure. Thank you for having me, Rob. My name is Omotola Aborishade. I'm a senior cloud DevOps engineer at United Airlines. Of course, I joined Yellowtail. I learned IT with Yellowtail. And like I keep saying, when I joined, I knew next to nothing about IT except those two letters, I and T. So I joined, started with Linux. The Linux class was great. Was theory then. And I keep saying one thing I love about him was patience. Because trust me, I asked all the stupid questions you could think of. And he never for once made me feel stupid for asking those questions.
But that's how you learn. And there are no stupid questions. I mean, that's what you're there for, is to learn, and that makes it cool. But so you did Linux, and then you also got your certification in AWS.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. First, I'm Red Hat certified. So yes, I'm Linux certified, and yes, I'm 2 times AWS certified right now. I have the AWS SysOps admin and the AWS Solutions Architects Associates admin. Associate. Sorry.
Okay. And man, I know, being beside you during your interview process, you went through some lengthy interviews with not only with Amazon, but with quite a few other companies before you actually secured your job with United. And tell me about those. That you were interviewing for some very, very important, high up there positions, and in fact, the job that you got, your first job in tech, was a senior position. So tell me about those interviews. They had to be a little daunting.
Yeah, I interviewed with quite a number of great companies. The interview process for me was fun because I felt I nailed the interview process. I felt things went well. I guess I got to the last round on many of them actually. So the last round for some of them, I probably just won't hear anything from them again. And a few of them reached out stating, "Oh, we like your experience. We like what you have to offer, but we've decided to go with another candidate who has more experience." Like, that's fine. But the interviews kept coming, and I kept practicing, kept studying, kept getting ready, doing everything I could. I knew one was surely going to come. It was a matter of when, not if, for me.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to what I wanted.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit earlier. You were saying that a lot of the technologies that you used in your apprenticeship and in school and everything, you're using much different technologies now. But how did Yellowtail prepare you to, be able to learn one and adapt to another?
Okay, so I'd say we worked with a lot of technologies. As I know, we worked with AWS Code Pipeline, Code Deploy, Code Commit. After then, so I worked a lot with Jenkins. We deployed with Ansible. So basically, it's the same principle, yes, different interface, but it's still the same principle. As long as you understand the process of deploying, the process of troubleshooting, I think that's what really matters. So I think my thought process got shaped at Yellowtail. So at least now, if I have a problem to troubleshoot, the first thing is knowing where the problem is, which is usually easy for me, straightforward for me now, based on what I've worked with in the past. So what is left now is about how to go about it on this new technology. Say, for example, I'd work with Jenkins, and then this time around, I have Bamboo with me. They are not the same, but it's still DevOps. So at least as long as I can troubleshoot what the problem is, then I'm left to know how to troubleshoot, how to solve it, which is, I can always find my way around it. I learned a lot. I'm still learning, and I'm learning happily, I must say.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. If you ever get a job where you've learned everything you can, then it's probably time to get a new job, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's no fun in just, pounding the pavement every day, and it's nice to be able to continue to build up your skills and everything. So tell us a little bit more about, your entry into AWS Cloud, and can you tell us just briefly, like what a typical day looks like for you right now?
Okay. So a typical day would be me, first of all, probably solving some tickets that was raised by one of the teams I support. Then at least that's till noon. By noon, go for a walk, taking my lunch break, come back, and then probably working on a script for automations, or at least a script to make something easier. It could be me spinning up a cluster in Kubernetes, or it could be me managing one of the applications or trying to make things better. So basically for me, the first part of the day, resolving a problem. The second part is making things better.
Yeah, anticipating the problems that might
come. Exactly. Because that's one of the biggest things in the cloud. Try to foresee a problem even before it becomes a problem, and then provide a solution before it becomes a problem.
Yeah. So tell us about your experience with the apprenticeship with Procore Plus after you went through Yellowtail. Did that help? You mentioned that really helped, or gave you the opportunity to kind of reset your mind into a kind of more of a problem-solving kind of attitude.
Yes, working with Procore for me was great, basically because it made me see real-life tasks, day-to-day trouble issues that I would normally face in any work environment. And I love the fact that I was left to solve those problems myself. If I had gotten too much help then, I probably would still be so reliant on somebody by now.
Yeah.
But then, when I would come up with a problem or encounter a problem and reach out for help, they'll be, okay, so what do you think is the problem? So I like the fact that I was helped to learn how to fish. Rather than fishing, yes.
Yeah, rather than somebody just handing you the answers and everything.
Yes,
and go ahead. Were you going to say something else?
Yeah, and times where I was totally stuck, that I didn't even know where else to head. Rather than still help me with the problem, what they did then would be guide me, nudge me. For example, I remember one particular issue where just one spelling error messed up my whole pipeline. For 3 days I was stuck, destroyed everything, brought it back up. I still kept making that same error. And after the third day, I was like, okay, maybe you want to do a spell check now. Then I had to go over each of those words one after the other, and I found it in like 15 minutes. I'm like, they're good.
Yeah, after like you've ripped all your hair out, going crazy trying to figure it out. Sometimes when you sit and look at something over and over again, you don't really see it. It just becomes a blur.
Exactly.
And it's good to get up and step away from it for a few minutes so that you can come back with a fresh mind and everything. So tell me a little bit about, we had the opportunity to work and you had a lot of help on your job search and everything. And again, you were going up against a lot of like some serious competition. Tell me about your experience with Career Success. Were they able and were we able to provide you with everything that you needed and the support that you needed?
Okay. So first I would say at this point, I would say thank you to everybody who helped me, and that includes Europe, Paloma, Thierry, San, Judy, Tawfiq, Ricky, everybody who helped me, and even my class cohorts, Kinesis cohorts. Yes, it takes a community to do something, and it took a community for me. I appreciate all the help. Many times it was frustrating, trust me, especially when you feel, I know this thing, why am I not getting the desired results? But I remember I came to you several times, went to Paloma several times. I'll use the word cried to everybody several times. And we also worked on different aspects of me to help me improve. Especially, I would remember besides the normal technical parts, we also worked on the behavioral parts. I worked on some phrases that I should refrain from using and some sentences I needed to inject more into my conversation. I actually tried this even not just in an interview, when discussing with my friend or say my wife, and I had to explain what I'm doing. I tried to put in those phrases, those sentences, so they became a part of me. And then it was seamless to use those sentences in an interview. I believe all those things and all the help I had contributed to the success at the end of the day. And once again, I'm grateful. Thank you.
Absolutely. And also, we tip our hats right back at you because you took advantage of, you had a lot of smart people around you, guys like Terry and GB and Paloma and San and Ricky that, had been doing this for a while. And a lot of people don't take advantage of that, but that's exactly what we're here for, is to answer those questions. So you stayed connected. I'm really glad to hear you stay connected to your teammates and classmates and everything too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be cool to watch you guys as you go out there in your careers and everything. So man, you went from no IT experience to a senior position working with the AWS cloud and Linux. And what advice would you have for others that might want to do the same thing?
I would say it's possible. I'm not promising it's going to be easy. Nobody promised it was going to be easy. At least I'm a living witness. It was not easy, but it's possible. And yes, if I could do it, especially because I had no knowledge of it, if I could do it, trust me, anybody can do it, as long as you're willing to put in the work. And I remember what Jubi told me the first time I met him, said, are you ready to put in the work? If you hold up to your part of the deal, we will hold up to our part of the deal. Yes, I held up my part of the deal, and I see everybody did too.
Yeah, nice. So here's my last question to you, Omotola. Has your financial state changed at all since you got your new job?
A lot.
I would hope so, man. You worked hard for it. You deserve it. Any last bit of advice or encouragement that you would like to leave with the people that are watching?
Yeah, I would say, well, if you really, really, really want to break into IT, especially if you have no IT background, whether you do or you don't, or you need somewhere reliable where you can get a lot of help and where things happen, you have to say Yellowtail should be one, if not your only option, should be number one on your list that you want to come to. Yeah.
Thanks, Omotola, man. And congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, Rob.